Okay, so viewer John asked after I posted about the Chroma console, he was like, hey, but don't you own a Meris LVX as well? Why, yes, I do, John. I had it on another board, which you'll see on your screen right now with the empty space that used to be the LVX. And then I started thinking about it, and I even posted back to John. I said, wait a second, man. That's a good idea. Like, what if I combine the Chroma console with the LVX and the Endorphins Ghost? That would be pretty epic. So that's what I did on this tiny little board. And I still was able to fit the switcher for the Chroma console, which makes that so much nicer. The one thing I could, but the one thing I didn't want to sacrifice is the Origins Magma 57. There's something about that set to these settings that I have. It's magic with my lap steel. It's just beautiful. And I really love the LVX. I have my microcosm preset, my Thermae preset, and my reverse granular preset, and then a whole bunch of others. You can take a look at my video on that, and I have a link to download the presets if you want them for yourself. You can have them for free. And I love the Ghost. I think, even though I love the Meris Mercury reverb, the Ghost does so many things, and at such a high fidelity, it's really remarkable how hi-fi that unit is. I love the reverbs on it. I have one it's my patch number 1 that I have the filter affecting the spring feedback, and it has this ringing that circles, or it's just amazing. And you can have modulation, filter, delay, reverb, distortion, bit crushing, and have them all modulated. You can control them by expression, which I have programmed them for. The other expression pedal is for the syntax error. I love the Alexander syntax error. I have 4 presets that I just can't live without, so I'm glad I could fit that on this board. And, could I get rid of the Magma 57? Well, what I've done is I've left my last preset open on this. So if I go forward, it goes back to number 1, which is 0. That's the way the topography works with the Chroma console. So I left one open because I wanted to see, let me see if I can recreate the drive and the vibrato and then some other funky stuff. So maybe I could replace the Magma 57. Although, like I said, boy, that Magma 57 really sounds good. So I don't know that I want to replace it, but we're going to give it a shot. So follow me as we try to recreate what that does, the drive sound and the vibrato sound, as well as some other stuff. And then we'll do a little playing. So let's check that out. Thanks, John, for reminding me about this. Taking it off that other board was pretty smart. And it sounds epic right now, but we're going to try to make it more epic. So hang on. All right, so we're going to give this a shot. We're doing all the audio directly into Pro Tools. Let's see if I'm going to turn the Ghost off for a little bit because my preset has some crazy delays going on, and it may, I don't know, it might be a problem. Let's see if we... That one's not so bad. That one's just long delays, but we'll turn it off anyway. So right now it's just the Magma. And here it is with the vibe on. Kind of nice, subtle little vibe. So let's see if we can match this. So we'll go to character. Now, with character, the tilt controls how bright or dark your signal is. And the sensitivity, which is the secondary function, is how distorted it is. So I'm going to take a guess that this one's going to be a little on the brighter side because I've got that jammed up, even though it doesn't sound bright. We'll start there, okay? And we'll start the tilt up. Now we'll go into a secondary function by pressing those two. And for sensitivity, we're gonna go just past noon. Now we're out, and this sounds like this. Back to the Magma. All right. All right, that's pretty close. Maybe not perfect, but you know, they're different circuits, so. Perhaps the Magma is slightly less gainy, but I like what this is doing. Now you also have secondary functions on the amount knob, so you can do secondary and then it's effect volume. I think I like the effect volume. So let's see about the amount. A little too much. Too much. Versus so what we can do, I think this is a little gainier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that down a touch. This also sounds like there's a little dry blend going on, so we can try that. A lot closer. So now let's shoot for the vibrato. That's 1 is doubler, 2 is vibrato. And again, we have secondary functions. So let's just see rate. Let's try to get the rate. No. That's close. Let's see. Amount. way too much. So that's pretty close, as you can see. Not perfect, but pretty dang close. And then I still have 2 more slots to recreate whatever I want. So that's how easy it is to match something. If I wanted to get rid of the Magma 57, I could. I probably won't, because I like being able to turn the vibrato on and off. I have another patch that I showed in the previous video that I have vibrato on with the drive. I think I'm going to make a whole new patch with this setting where we started, but instead, if I want to keep this, I would probably change that to the doubler. But if I want to get rid of it, I could keep this and, you know, figure out a way in the manual and whatnot to turn the vibrato on and off. And then I've still got the diffusion and the texture channel. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I probably will dig into these 2 next and finish creating this preset. That's how easy it is. But again, don't overlook the secondary functions for each knob. They're very important, especially the effect volume. So you just press A and B, and you can affect the effect volume on these knobs or the different parameters on these knobs, like sensitivity, drift, and drift. And here it's effect volume as well, but since it's the end of the chain, you might want to mess with that. So remember, those secondary functions are really important, especially the effect volume, because they're essentially blends for those individual effect channels. All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, I could take this further, but I think you get the idea. Oh, and before I go, this is what this sounds like with the Ghost pedal. Let's add the LVX microcosm preset. Pretty cool, eh? Thanks for watching.